Square Enix and Sony have made it clear that they could not give two feathered flying fucks about the consumer goodwill that they attempt to parade around in lieu of their software and hardware. And it is the absolute joke of the gaming industry. If you take anything these two companies say at face value, you are willfully ignorant and you are living in denial, because these two companies are among the worst of the worst when it comes to consumer transparency, consumer goodwill, and overall corporate honesty. Now, I'm not an idiot. Corporations are scumbags focused on the dollar first, but most of the time, they hide it reasonably well. Take your Microsofts, all right? Microsoft is doing everything they can for their product, between your FPS boost and supporting older generations of controllers. I could go on, but Sony and Square Enix refuse to take the high road. They choose to take the low road filled with greed so they can drain you of every dime that you have. And this single practice that they have been employing since the launch of the next generation consoles and their respective next generation software is going to flat out ruin the gaming industry. And if you financially support their products, the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation first party games, or any Square Enix game, you're an absolute idiot. You are the scum of the gaming industry, and you're falling for their joke, their bad joke, punchline, hook, line, and sinker. Boys and girls, gather around the campfire. Dead Metal is going to share with you exactly why these two companies need to be put out of their misery as soon as possible. They need to be taken down, dismantled, sell off, and liquidate all of their assets, declare bankruptcy, and they need to die. These companies need to burn because they have shown such disrespect for their consumer base that, quite honestly, I'm expecting an uprising. I will lead said uprising, even though I'm not a fan of either one of these companies. You want to talk about parading around backwards compatibility as a selling point into your next generation, Sony? You want to talk about, oh, well, the games will run in boost mode and it'll perform better. Never mind the fact that your backwards compatibility is an absolute joke when compared to Microsoft and the Xbox Series X's. How about the fact that you have games like Spider-Man PS4 and now, with Square Enix's help, you have the likes of Final Fantasy VII Intergrade that are perfectly capable of running enhancements to previous generation versions, but no. We're going to leave those versions in the dust. They will continue to function as is. PlayStation 4 Pro version, that is the best you will get unless you pony up even more dough. And they don't even have an upgrade program. Call of Duty, as scummy as Activision is, as absolutely hate-filled my heart gets when I think about Activision and what they did to my once beloved industry, they offer a path. They have a way that you can benefit from their product. All right? You pay $10 and you upgrade it. Sony got the bright idea to give away Final Fantasy VII Remake for free on PlayStation Plus, a service that you pay $60 for annually. $60 for annually. And then Square Enix rubs their greedy little paws in the background, and Sony's over here cackling. It's like the two bad guys have teamed up, and now they've revealed their master plan. Oh, all of you wonderful folks who are paying for PlayStation Plus, guess what? You don't get the free upgrades. You're going to pay for my product one way or the other. You're either going to pay for the PS4 version or you're going to pay for the Intergrade version. One way or the other, we're getting your money. That is the scummiest thing ever. And so I shouldn't be surprised. Sony did the same thing with Spider-Man. Where's my free Spider-Man PS4 upgrade? I think after all the DLC, I spent $90 on your game, Sony. That's not enough. I need to buy Miles Morales. Furthermore, I need to buy the deluxe edition and pony up $20 extra for the Spider-Man Game of the Year remastered PlayStation 4 version. Absolute jokes. And there are people who defend this practice. Well, the gameplay increases and the higher fidelity resolutions and the new frame rates, it's all worth the extra charge. They have to get compensated for their time. Insomniac and Square Enix are going the extra mile to put forth a better product. No, they are not. They're seeing an opportunity. They got dollar signs in their eyes, and they're going to drain you dry for everything that you got. Every single one of you ponying up dough, your robots, your zombies in a line, You got one job to Sony and Square Enix. Chug out another $60 for their product that you already got free as part of your subscription to PlayStation Plus. But they want more. It never ends with these corporations. They will bleed you dry. They will attempt to get blood from a stone. And for some of you, they're going to do it. They're going to manage to convince you that this is the way forward. You have to be willing and you have to have the discipline to say, no, I will not take this abuse. No, this is where I put my foot to the ground. And if we collectively rise up against the powers that be, the great and almighty Square Enix and the great and almighty Sony, we could dethrone them in a matter of a month. I guarantee you, if you follow in my footsteps and you join my uprising, Sony and Square Enix will be giving Final Fantasy VII PlayStation Plus players the free upgrade to Intergrade. I guarantee you that Sony will be giving out Spider-Man PlayStation 5 Deluxe Edition with all the improvements, all the DLC, free to everybody who bought the PlayStation 4 edition. But you don't want to follow me. You don't want to follow a revolutionary. You don't want to partake in a crusade that will save this industry. You'd rather just turn your head, look the other way, pay your money, and continue on. You don't want to do the work. You're lazy. You're fat. You have no concept of what it means to change something, to be part of a cause for something better. You people aren't out changing the world. You're bystanders. You're doing absolutely nothing to better this industry. Well, if you're too lazy to get behind my cause, but you agree with what I'm saying and you think this is a scummy practice, the very least you can do is donate to my cause. I will single-handedly bring these bastards down. I will rain down an almighty hellfire. I won't stop until I'm in the ground. Kick something over to your boy Dead Metal on Patreon, where we are working on saving the industry, where I guarantee your funds will only be spent on quality titles. I will only put those funds towards games that are revolutionizing video games, games that are bringing creativity and fun back to the forefront. All right, that's what we do at Dead Metal. And that is why, with all of the money that I accumulate on my Patreon, I set aside to buy repeated copies of Balan Wonderworld. You want to talk about innovation in the gaming industry? Balan Wonderworld does everything that you could want in a video game and then some. You clowns need to understand that you're in the middle of a revolution and it's time to either take up arms and fight for the winning side or be a bystander. Have bystander syndrome. Don't partake, just watch me succeed.